Okay, camera's running. Okay, ready. So, hello everyone and welcome back to Please Don't Stop the Music, the show where we take a look behind the curtain of the entertainment industry. My name is Mark.
And my name is America Gonzaga, and today we're leaving the classroom and heading straight into the jungle because we're analyzing one of the most talked about events in the global electronic music, the Zamna Festival in Tulum, Mexico.
Exactly. We chose Zamna because it perfectly illustrates the modern shift in the entertainment industry, moving away from traditional concerts and toward high-end destination experiences. Specifically, we're looking at the winter season, a takeover that happens every January.
And for those who don't know, Zamna isn't just a festival, it's a series of events held in a cenote complex in the middle of the jungle in Tulum, and it hosts massive international brands like Tomorrowland, Afterlife, and Circo Loco.
But we aren't just here to talk about the music, we're here to answer a specific question. How did a party in the jungle become a multi-million-dollar business model that redefined luxury tourism?
Okay, let's set the scene with some context. Zamna started relatively recently but exploded in popularity alongside Tulum's rise as a global hotspot. The brand behind it, Zamna Group, essentially capitalized on the Tuluminati aesthetic, that mix of spirituality, nature, and techno.
Right. And if we take a look at the goals, there seem to be three obvious ones. So goal number one, commercial. So obviously revenue generation through high ticket sales. Goal number two would be branding. So they're trying to position Tulum as the Ibiza of the Americas. And then goal number three would be artistic. So providing a unique visual canvas for DJs that they can't get in a standard nightclub.
Yes, and we have to talk about also the target audience because this is not your average festival crowd. They are targeting a very specific segment, which is the high net worth millennials and Gen Z influencers, also the digital nomads willing to spend thousands on travels and accommodations.
Exactly. It's an audience that values exclusivity and aesthetics just as much as the actual audio quality.
But let's get into the core analysis. We looked at this event through two main lenses: the economic aspects and the audience experience.
So I want to start with the economics because the revenue model here is very fascinating. Zamna doesn't just sell tickets, they sell status.
Absolutely. They use a tiered monetization strategy. First of all, you have a general admission, which is already expensive compared to other festivals, often $100 and $150, but the real money is in the VIP tables. We're talking about tables from $5,000 to $15,000 for a single night. This creates a revenue stream that relies heavily on whale spenders rather than just volume.
And another smart business move is the partnership strategy. Zamna operates almost like a venue for hire. So instead of booking individual artists one by one, they partner with massive labels like Afterlife or Keine Musik. These brands bring their own die-hard fan bases, which guarantees ticket sales even before the lineup is fully announced.
I think that's a great point because it lowers the promotional risk for Zamna.
Let's flip to the audience experience. Why do people pay those prices?
It's all about immersion because the location is the headliner. Being in the open-air cenote, surrounded by trees, seeing the sunrise over the jungle while listening to music, that creates a very specific and emotional reaction that it feels primal and spiritual.
I agree. And looking at the production trends, they rely heavily on visual mapping and lighting technologies that interact with the nature. So some of you might remember the famous falling man visual from the Afterlife parties at Zamna. They went viral on TikTok and Instagram.
Yes, and I also saw that, but that's key. The experience is designed to be shared and it's user-generated content goal. The audience isn't just attending, they are broadcasting the brand to the world, which drives the fear of missing out and loyalty for the next year.
So, in summary of the analysis, the economic model funds the high production costs and the immersive experience justifies the high economic costs. It's a perfect cycle.
Yes, and moving on to our personal takeaways, what did we learn from this as future professionals?
So for me, the biggest lesson is the power of contextual entertainment. You can't just put a stage in a parking lot anymore. So Zamna told me that the destination is part of the experience and part of the product. If I were managing an event, I would focus 50% of my effort on the vibe and location and not just the artist lineup.
That's a solid takeaway because for me, I look at it critically, and if I were part of the production team, there are things that I would improve. For example, the logistics. The infrastructure in Tulum struggles a lot to support the festival, and the traffic on the beach road is notorious because the street is very small. Also, as a producer, I would implement a mandatory high-efficiency shuttle to improve the arrival experience. The current chaos damages the luxury brand promise.
Absolutely, the traffic jams you get on the beach in Tulum is just horrible. I'd also add sustainability. So they market themselves as being one with the jungle, but massive events generate a lot of waste and use diesel generators. So I would push for a stricter leave no trace policy and perhaps invest in solar infrastructure for the daylight hours. This would align the reality with the marketing message.
Great point. Authenticity is crucial for the Gen Z audiences, and if they feel the eco-friendly vibe is fake, the brand value would drop.
So, to wrap things up, Zamna Tulum is more than a party. It's a complex business case of how to monetize experience, leverage high-end tourism, and utilize brand partnerships to dominate a season.
And it shows that in the entertainment industry, if you will a world that people want to live in, even just for one night, they will travel across the globe to find it.
So, thank you for listening to our analysis. We hope we gave you a fresh perspective on the business of festivals.
And see you next time. We hope you enjoy it.
Hasta luego!